Autoline Daily is brought to you by Dow Automotive Systems, improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com.
Here are today's top headlines. Toyota brags of how it avoided recalls. GM hires Fritz back as an advisor. And China wants its big car companies to buy up the small ones. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Monday, February 22, 2010, and now the news. This could be very damaging to Toyota. The company turned documents over to the House subcommittee that will hold hearings on Wednesday about Toyota. The AP reports that one of the documents brags about Toyota's ability to delay and avoid certain investigations and recalls. In a statement, Toyota says that its, and I quote, first priority is the safety of our customers, and to conclude otherwise on the basis of one internal presentation is wrong, close quote. Even so, you can bet this will be the centerpiece of questioning that Toyota faces on Wednesday. And here's a development that did not get posted on GM's website. The Detroit News reports GM's going to pay CEO Ed Whittaker $9 million a year in salary and stock. That's more than GM paid Fritz Henderson when he was CEO of GM. Fritz got $5.5 million a year. GM says that since Whittaker has more CEO experience, he deserves more. It also says he's paid less than what GM considers its peer competitors. But Fiat just announced it's going to pay CEO Sergio Marchionne $6.5 million, which is significantly less than Whittaker. And in a bizarre move, GM hired Fritz Henderson back as an advisor. They'll pay him about $700,000 for a year. What, they push him out, then decide they can't live without him and have to bring him back? We need to know more of what's going on here. China will implement rules this year to help its larger automakers take over the smaller ones. According to Gasgoo, the government will reward companies that arrange mergers with tax credits and other incentives. There are over 130 automakers in China, with most of them selling less than 10,000 units a year. Only 5 automakers reached sales of over 1 million last year. The government also wants Chinese brand vehicles to make up at least half of its passenger car sales by 2015. Last year, the total was 44%. Ward reports that the president of Valeo's South Korean organization is asking the supplier company's board of directors to cease operations in the country. The executive made the announcement after Hyundai, the French company's largest customer, advised that it plans to change suppliers because of Valeo's frequent strikes and labor unrest. Last week, we reported that Germany was skeptical over GM's reorganization plan for Opel, and now Reuters reports the government wants GM to increase its share of any costs before it gets any aid. GM's plan calls for a 3.3 billion euro investment. The company is looking to get 2.7 billion euros from European countries that have Opel plants, with 1.5 billion of that coming from Germany. However, Germany wants GM to pay at least half before it gets the loans that it needs. Cadillac is creating a new sales network in Europe after its previous distributor, Kroimans, collapsed last year. The new organization will import, distribute, and market Cadillacs through fully authorized sales and service centers. In related news, GM's premium brand is filtering a little high-performance magic down market. Cadillac announced that it's offering Recaro sport seats from the CTS-V on premium and performance trim levels of the regular CTS sedan. The 14-way adjustable leather and microfiber line chairs will be available in limited quantities for only $2,800. Coming up next, we'll take a look at the Bentley Supersports. Can an exotic supercar be a little too understated? We get a lot of interesting cars to test drive here at Autoline Daily, and here's a look at one that really got my attention. Here's my instant impression of the Bentley Continental Supersports, and it all starts under the hood, which you open, by the way, by popping up the B on the Bentley logo, And under here, you'll find a W12 twin turbocharged 621 horsepower engine mated to an all-wheel drive system. That's pretty impressive in and of itself. What you also notice about this car are these big wheels and tires. It's got black wheels, which in my book just don't work. To me, it's kind of like wearing tennis shoes with a tuxedo. Some people like that look. It doesn't work for me. But what does work for me are these gigantic ceramic rotors with these monster calipers on them. What you'll find in driving this car is that you can take your braking far deeper into any corner than you ever dreamed possible in any other kind of car. As you look overall, though, this is kind of an understated-looking exotic sports car. A little bit unusual, because for most people, when they spend $273,000 on an exotic car, they don't want it to look so understated. It may look understated on the outside, but not on the inside. We'll have more on the Bentley Supersports later in the week. And that's it for today's top news in the global automotive industry. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.